I, a little over a month ago, was diagnosed with myeloma, as you well know, but we had quick decisions to make in the hospital, and that was, do we go into an aggressive form of chemotherapy? And luckily, my oncologist in New Orleans, who we continue to consult with on a very regular basis, has been phenomenal at walking me through, what I need to do to first focus on my health, because that has been the main focus, is how do we address the cancer, because the cancers would put me in the hospital and was doing a lot of damage to my body. And so we had to get control over that and have a plan. And luckily they had a plan. They had treatments that have been approved by the FDA for many, many years on this form of cancer that many, many people have been using for decades, thank God. And I have made a decision to aggressively pursue it. And I'm a month in to the treatments, and the way that it works with this form of cancer is it goes in about a little over 3.5 week treatments, and then they want to evaluate and see how your body's responding, if they need to make tweaks, and then you go to another 3.5 week round of treatment for a period of months until they feel like you don't need to take the treatments anymore because you have adequately attacked the cancer. So we're a month in now. Last week I did a full round of evaluations. That's where I was. Working with my doctors, running a whole lot of tests. They came back with the tests. The good news is the cancer has dropped dramatically because of the success of the chemotherapy attacking the cancer. So thank God those prayers have been answered. We're continuing to follow my doctor's advice, and my doctor said, you can come back to work. And that's why I'm here, and we are here for a full week of work and whatever else it's going to take. But obviously there's been a lot of work going on. A lot of it I've been doing by phone. It's a lot nicer to be doing it here in person. Yeah, this isn't a new issue, by the way. We passed H.R. 2 months ago. The Senate's ignored that bill. The Senate has ignored this problem just like the president has. So they're culpable in this problem. But again, I think mainstream Washington thinks the problem just goes away if they don't talk about it. America knows this is a problem.
This late to fund the government. I understand you passed
it's a path. It's a path if we pass the bills. And ultimately, look, have you seen President Biden engaged in this debate? Of course not, because he wants the problem to go away. If we're able to actually pass the legislation, and we're not at the midnight hour right now, I wish the White House had engaged in this debate months ago when we passed H.R. 2. I wish the Senate engaged in this debate when we passed H.R. 2, but they didn't. But we were doing our job months ago, but it wasn't the midnight hour, so people don't pay as much attention. This country's at a perilous moment, and at least you've got one House that's standing up and saying, let's confront these problems. And again, the Senate, this is the way the game's played in the Senate. They'll sit around and wait till the midnight hour, and they'll find enough votes to cobble together 70 votes maybe to just keep things going down the track where the train's going to run into a wall. That's not leadership. Somebody's got to take the reins and say, we're going to address the problems facing this country, and House Republicans are doing it. And I really do think if we put the skins on the wall, if we pass the bills this week to do that, the Senate will follow and the White House will have to follow because the country's there.
Are fighting on the border. I understand the importance of that to the party and from your guys' vantage point.